What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Secret the Artist and this top secret connoisseur. Shh.
Keep it real with me and I keep it 100. Kings and queens, yeah, shout out my gunners. Trust no bitch, I'm trusting
Today I'm back with another video. And today I'm back with a very interesting video. Some people will call him the Shaitan. Some people call him by his name Lucifer. Others call him Satan. And some others will call him the devil. What is his real name? That's still to be decided. Today's video that we'll be doing will be reacting to Interview with Lucifer. And this is going to be a very interesting video, because if you see everything that be going around the world today, it goes to show of who's really in charge of this earth that we live on. You have to really take into consideration and understand and do your own research as to, is this really hell on earth? Gotta think about it, right? So, enough of me waffling. Without further ado, let's get to the video.
Whoa, Lucifer in the flesh. Do you know how many journalists would kill? Wait, you probably do. First, I want to say thank you to agreeing to this interview, because I know you are a very busy person.
Yes. I usually like to fly under the radar, but I figured since I'm already on the campaign trail, why not?
Okay. First, let's talk about your reign. Now, you've had a fairly long one. What would you attribute to your success and popularity?
Oh, that's easy. Every generation is the same. I appeal to their lust and ego. I offer all the sex, wealth, and fame a person could want. Do as thou wilt has been my campaign slogan from the start. And my campaign platform hasn't changed either. I run on the same 3 issues every generation: lust of the flesh, lust of the eyes, and pride of life.
Okay. When you say lust of the flesh, what exactly do you mean?
Come on now. What do I mean? Isn't it obvious? I just use humans' own innate physical desires against them. And since sexual desire seems to be the most powerful, I usually run with that. Now, I didn't create sex, but I must say I've done a superb job at perverting it. Take pornography, for example. Well, you should know a lot about this one, Ivan. Weren't you addicted to porn?
This interview is about you, not about me. Can we get back on subject?
See, I'm gonna stop it right there for a second to elaborate on that. One of the most destructive tools to mankind is pornography. One, because it's fucking free. Anything that is given to you for free is meant and designed to destroy us as a society. It's very outrageous. Alright, let's get back to the video.
Where was I? Oh, yeah. What I do is gradually get someone addicted to porn. And once lust has had its full work and he and she can no longer restrain themselves, they usually look to act out their fantasies on someone. And sometimes that someone is a child. Now, if my plan plays out perfectly, that abused child will eventually turn to a life of promiscuity and perversion themselves, allowing me to continue my vicious cycle. And here's the kicker. Many of those abused girls end up right in the porn industry. Now, how's that for irony?
The second thing,
It's just a loop and a cycle going on and on. It's crazy.
Lust of the flesh, lust of the eyes. Can you elaborate?
Humans are never satisfied. You always crave more. Bigger house, bigger car, more money, more power.
True.
The list goes on and on. I just take their natural ambitious desire, pervert it, and use it against them for their own destruction. My plan is to allow them to never be content. As long as I can keep them craving what others have, I can depend on them to argue, fight, even kill to get it. Humans are so easily tricked into jealousy. And you know what they say. Jealousy is as cruel as the grave.
Facts.
Yes, I have heard that before. The last thing you had mentioned was, I believe, pride of life. Now, how does this fit into your campaign platform?
Humans are always on a quest for knowledge. I tricked the first humans to seek carnal knowledge over godly wisdom, and it's worked like a charm every generation since. With more knowledge comes more pride, and you know pride is my specialty. And since humans don't like to keep God in their wisdom,
Pride
I'm
is the
able
devil.
to seduce them with all types of things to help puff up their ego. Lately, fame has been my biggest seller. Who doesn't like attention and feeling more important than the next person? Once I make them famous, I can really use them to promote my agenda. With their help, I've convinced half of the world to not only accept sin, but to celebrate it. Do you know what has been my most enjoyable pride campaign to date?
No, what?
Well, my gay pride campaign, of course. Not only do I get the chance to promote your own self-destruction, I get to use God's logo, the rainbow, to do it. Love is love, right? My plan not only prevents you worthless humans from reproducing, it distorts the gender roles and allows me to bring all types of chaos and confusion upon your pathetic societies. It's been so successful, I've got men convinced they're women, and women convinced they're men, and some convinced there's no gender at all. And I've got 2 more Pride Initiative campaigns I'd like to introduce in the near future.
Really? I'm guessing you probably want me to ask you what they are, right?
Well, first, it's abortion pride. Now, I think we can pull this off. Society is definitely ready for it. I've enlisted to help a Planned Parenthood to work with marketing and promotions. And all we'll have to do is silence the so-called abolitionists and pro-lifers, because the rest of the church doesn't seem to care. And second is pedophilia pride. Now, society might not be ready for this one just yet, so we'll hold off. I need to desensitize them a little more before we introduce it.
Okay. Let's change gears for a minute and talk about policy. Some may consider your policies destructive, dangerous even. What would be your response to that? What would you say to your detractors?
All of my policies are aimed to do one of 3 things: either steal, kill, or destroy. And if it's not doing one or all 3 of those things, then it's not in my agenda, and I'm not promoting it.
Okay. I'm happy you said that. It seems as if you promote your agenda differently to different ethnicities. If so, why?
Of course, I'd be a fool not to. Take black people, for instance. As a people, they're super spiritual, so I can't really convince them that there is no God. What I have been able to do as of late is convince them that he's not the God of the Bible. Now, I've been real successful at promoting black consciousness and Islam in their communities.
I'm so happy you mentioned black people. It seems as if we've been at the very top of your agenda for quite some time. Why is that?
A few reasons. Black people help me reach the masses. Now, as you know, I was over music in heaven. My beats were so dope, I got over 1/3 of the angels to follow me. And once I got here to the earth, I needed artists and entertainers to help me promote my message here. Who better than black people? Black people possess all the natural rhythm and music ability that I need. And it's easy for me to influence them with money since so many of them grew up without it. Another reason I target black people is because they're strong mentally and physically. If black men were to ever find their identity in Christ, I'd be in trouble. So I try my best to destroy the black family structure and keep black men away from his family and the church. Drugs and incarceration are a couple of my more popular means. Without the head of the household present, I can become the head and influence the children without too much resistance.
So you mean to tell me that your policies...
That is the main goal within the ethnicity of black and brown individuals. Their main goal is to get rid of the father figure. And once you just take away the father figure from the household, you don't have a household. You don't have no structure to be able to provide and instill certain characteristics and traits within the child.
Are intentionally racist against black people?
Racist? This has got to be the best law I've ever come up with. Now, I can't believe that humans still believe there are different races. But to answer your question, yes. It has always been my policy to target and isolate a group of people. And out of all my strategies, this skin color thing has worked the best. I definitely want to keep white people and black people separated. As long as I can keep black people bitter and white people offended, I'm good. Hopefully black people will never forgive. That way I can continue to use them.
Okay, my question is, what role, if any, does your administration play in this black on black crime epidemic?
Well, as great as my administration is, we can't take all the credit for this. Black people help us tremendously. By aborting so many of their babies, they allow us to bring death to their communities. As the Bible says, they sow the wind and reap a whirlwind.
When implementing all of these policies, do you ever face any resistance or pushback? And if so, from who?
One group in particular try to oppose every policy I try to implement. I would be so much further along in my agenda if it wasn't for them.
Really? So what group is that?
Those pesky, born-again Jesus followers. They're a real thorn in my side. Every generation they come together and try to dismantle one of my signature policies. Now, I've convinced half of the world that Jesus didn't exist and the other half that he wasn't divine. But I can't seem to convince them. They seem hell-bent on telling everybody about him and spreading his message. And some of them believe he's coming to unseat me in this generation. Crazy, huh? I'll tell you, those idiots are really messing with my legacy.
So, Lucifer, how does that make you feel when us idiots say that Jesus possibly could be coming back in this generation to unseat you?
And y'all been saying that for centuries. I just use it as motivation to get as much of my agenda pushed through and deceive as many people as possible before he returns. I think I've done pretty well. My record speaks for itself. About 150,000 people die each day, and most of them don't know Jesus.
150,000 people. Whew. Well, you know what? This concludes our interview. I want to say thank you for an open, honest, pretty frank discussion with me. Is there any last words you would like to leave with our viewing audience?
Yes. I'd like to take this moment and give a special thank you to two groups of people. First, I want to say thank you to all my followers. You are the hands and feet of my administration, and we could do nothing without you. Keep up the good work spreading my message. And second, I'd like to say thank you to the divided church. I love the way you argue and use your passions to fight amongst each other. Keep up the good work. There's really no rush to tell people about Jesus. You all have plenty of time.
Damn. And there you have it, folks. That was the video. Interview with Lucifer. I'm gonna get right up close with y'all. Cause if this video does not offend you in any type of way, not me looking, Obviously, I'm not talking about being offended. But if this doesn't put a spark in your heart, if it doesn't ignite you to become a better person, to change the ways, to change your ways, to change the way you view society, to be more of a light and understand and wake up. The main ideology in this is to wake up and understand what is transpiring and what these evil, very, very evil politicians, corrupt governments be doing, who obviously working on the other side with evil, to stifle you and I from reaching paradise once we pass, right? Their main goal is to keep you distracted. So once that time comes, when it does come, that you do not know the Creator. And this is so deep, because honestly, if you actually look at everything and then realize and understand, like, damn, why are the black and brown people so, like, looked down upon? And these politicians are always trying to push race and keep everybody divided. Now they're trying to push this gender BS and say, oh, you could change if you don't feel comfortable in your body, you could change your gender. Listen, there's two genders. There's male and female, right? These sick individuals who be telling kids that, oh, if you don't feel comfortable in your own body at the age of like 4, and stop that BS. Just stop it. We need to do better as a society to understand that, the way that everything is rolling out, prepare for a wave. But at the same time, we gotta step up and use our voices to stop and combat against this bullshit that is trying to be, like, they're trying to force feed individuals. Like, when you change the channel and you go to commercials, you go to these TV shows, especially these movies, especially these freaking Disney movies, and you have to see this bullshit of this lesbian or gay bullshit in these movies for kids. It just goes to show that, these people are really trying to push their agenda, because these kids can't stop and be like, hey, this is not right. It's up to the parents. You guys have to make that and determine that and stop that. And if everybody comes out and actually puts a stop to that and say, hey, we don't want this, stop it, they will stop in their tracks. But too many people are so okay with it and adapting to this new way of life. And it's like, bro, everybody's just so fucking sensitive nowadays. It's disgusting. Like, I personally believe that all these pedophiles, everybody that was on Epstein Island should be decapitated. They should be put to death for, they should be put to death for doing anything with kids. If that doesn't make you angry, I don't know what will. When is it time that everyone's gonna wake up? I need everyone to wake the fuck up and realize, damn, there's principles and there's like, oh man. I'm losing my speech right now because I'm getting heated. But
wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake.
This interview is very good for everybody to look up. I'll leave the description and the link provided below if you guys want to watch it on your own. But you guys already know what to do, man. I'm just here to provide my piece so that my subscribers understand. But also, I am always open to you guys' opinions. So don't forget to leave your comments down in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on post notification for more videos. Just like that, I'll be back with another video.
Beat me up, yeah, blood, sweat, and tear. I'm trying to be rich as fuck. In this blizzard of hard work, just a little bit of luck. Look me in my eyes, you know that look I wanna. I've been hurt so many times, but there ain't no love. Blood, sweat, and tears.
Wake up to reality. Nothing ever goes as planned in this accursed world. The longer you live, the more you will realize that the only things that truly exist in this reality are merely pain, suffering, and futility. Listen, everywhere you look in this world, wherever there is light, there will always be shadows to be found as well. As long as there is a concept of victors, the vanquished will also exist. The selfish intent of wanting to preserve peace initiates wars, and hatred is born in order to protect love. There are nexuses, causal relationships that cannot be separated. I want to sever the fate of this world. A world of only victors. A world of only peace. A world of only love. I will create such a world.